Welcome back. So it's time to do some actual work on the car. So this week we're gonna be working on Thunderbird. We're doing some repairs to it. So a little off course from the whole tech how-to. If you got an MN12 Thunderbird, we're gonna do some strut rods. It's a pretty common failure point on these. So I'm gonna get one side done. That way I don't bore you guys with me bleeping around trying to figure it out. And then I'll kind of give you a little bit more tech how-to on the other side once I get that done. So let's get started. So first step, obviously, to quote the good almighty car mods, first step is jack up your car. I'm a little spoiled though. It always seems more impressive when, you know, you have it. All right, in the middle of it, we got a strut rod out. Strut rod on your Thunderbird ties your front suspension, specifically your lower control arm, to your chassis. That prevents, because these are multi-link, or double wishbone, sorry, they're double wishbone. So your lower control arm and your upper control arm don't really have any lateral control. So that's what the strut rod takes up. It bolts into this little hole here and then comes across over to here. Now, common problem, these bushings that go in here wear out and it allows lateral movement. So what happens is your wheel will go clunk, 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 which is exactly what mine's doing. And I'll put a video in showing that exact thing. Now, gonna continue putting this one back together, and then we'll kind of go through some helpful tips and more specifically how to as I'm getting the other side done. So, gonna keep plugging along. All right, that's got us back together. So there you go, all bolted up, brand new bushings, all set to go. Now, with these, do remember that because it directly will affect the caster of the suspension, that you will need an alignment following doing these, just in case. So keep that in mind. But now we'll go on to the kind of time-lapse version of doing them. So, and I'll pause it and give you a couple steps too. So here we go. All right, so this side will be the how-to. Now that I've actually done it, we can get this done. So to get this done, we're gonna need a way to pull the strut. My trick is this ratchet strap. I'll show you how to do that when I get to that part. Then you're gonna need a adjustable wrench, or I think it's a 30 mil. I grabbed an adjustable wrench. So you're gonna need a 30 mil wrench for this side here. And then on this side, it is a 24. It's a 24 mil. Now, this one's got a little bushing on it, but oh boy, we'll drop that. So we'll take that off. So let's get started. We're gonna put this on a time lapse so we can just go point to point. Here we go. All right, so we got those unbolted now. So now we need to get that control arm up out of the way. So my trick, so I just kick the nuts everywhere. My trick, take your ratchet strap, hook it onto your control arm as such, and then let me get that started. With your ratchet strap, pull your suspension. Whoop. Oh, of course I'm making a mess of this. It's hard to do it one-handed, you know. You hear that every time from all the YouTuber people, though. All right. So, and then as you can see, that's starting to pull that right out of there. And that should give you enough play Oh, through the hammer. There we go. That should give you enough play to get the thing out. So, back to time lapse. All right, one part I forgot. Sway bar link, it helps if you can do that. It gives it a little bit more movement. So it's a 17 mil, you'll need to remove that one. Now, you got the strut rod out. Got all that cleaned up, or all that done. You'll want to brush that off with a wire brush and then install. So, give you a kind of a quick rundown. You got your bushings. Very easy to determine which is which. So you got your metal sleeve that is for your bushings. So on these, if I'm holding this thing like a freaking idiot. So with these bushings, I think a good way to hold this. Put that back here for a minute. Oh, hi. So, with your bushings, you'll need to have them pressed in. These are what's going to pinch on the chassis over here. I'll point it out to you. These will pinch on the chassis like this. This metal bushing, metal rod goes in between, and that's what kind of gives them a direct contact to fit in there and not be sloppy. These are your bearing surfaces. These ride on the outside like this, obviously. So you'll create a sandwich. Pretty easy. This side goes on the front side of the vehicle. The one without the little nipple goes on the inside. So with this, you'll do your metal bushing and then build it that way. Now, I'm going to press this one in there so it's easier to hold on to. And by press, I mean hammer. There we go. So you can see it's pressed all in, so that'll sit perfectly there. So this goes here, boom. Now other side is a lot simpler, same kind of design, but they don't have a specific direction, a specific front and rear. So slip on, metal bushing, and these ones seem to go easier. I don't have to hammer those ones in. But just like that. Now we're getting ready to reinstall. All right. And then I start my nut just to kind of give it a good solid seating. I'll take you guys on a little tour. There we go. Start my nut, get it all up on there. All right. Now we got to get this control arm to come back forward, and that'll push this back into place. So I'm gonna do that. I broke my ratchet strap because I didn't have a good one to do this. So I'm gonna have to do gross things and cut it. So we're gonna do that off camera so we don't show you guys bad things. So back in a second. Okay, and we definitely didn't cut that and do bad things. So now you can see you've got this all pressed in. This is loose, ready to go in. So now you got to get your other bushing on. So we go back to the time lapse. All right, and just like that, we got our new bushings installed, both inside. Got it torqued down. Now you're gonna follow your torque specs. Will come in your part. Mine says 75 foot-pounds. So using a torque wrench, you'll torque this bolt. This one is gonna be as tight as you can get it because it's gonna be technically adjustable. So these ones are nylocks. I also added a little bit of blue Loctite. I didn't show that, but that will keep those from moving, and that adjusts your caster. And we'll go over suspension in a later video, but that should solve my clunking issue. Let me get it put back together, give it a test hit, and then we'll probably end this video there. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. We just hit 100 subscribers. I think we're like 101. But want to thank you guys all. Appreciate it a lot. So we're just getting started. Well, we'll go into more technical stuff as we go. We're going to spend some time working on the Thunderbird, getting it ready. And like I said before, this car was purchased to prove that you don't need a full built modified race car to go autocrossing. We're going to go do it with a bone stock Thunderbird. So let's all have a great rest of your weekend. I guess this was filmed on a weekend. So have a great rest of your week, and look forward to seeing you guys out on track, and let's go racing. Little bonus outro because I forgot to say it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz that YouTube wants you to say. Here's our notchback, just kind of because I'm kind of happy with it. Sun's on. We swapped over tires off of these wheels now. So my son's old wheels that were on his Fox before when he was 4-lug is now on this beauty, and looks kind of right. I kind of dig it. So we'll have to play with them a little bit more. This car will be going 5-lug too. We'll be doing a whole slew of upgrades to this one. This one's going to be the fully built car. So anyways, thank you again. Appreciate you all. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you guys out on track. Let's go racing.